What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope you're having a great day today. Just going to do a quick video on a couple of things that I picked up. So, hey, new tools. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see here what we got. Hopefully. Let me get y'all over here. There we go. Amazon, man. Amazon. That's what we got here, man. Ah. Got a flush cut router bit here, cut up to, I think it's 1.5 inches. Can't remember now. We got it. I think got 1.5 inches. Yeah. So that'll flush cut. Got dual bearings on it. I needed that for some of the parts I make for the swings. Actually, I thought that thing showed all of my stuff delivered, but it hadn't all been delivered as far as I can tell. Anyway, I also bought, I've never owned one of these, but I decided to get a push block, man. Push block. So, looks like it comes in parts here. So, I guess, just going to put together. So, pretty simple to put together though, looks like. It's got these couple of screws. Comes with all the tools that you need. Looks like it even has some instructions in there, but y'all know we ain't gonna read them, right? It's 2 little screws to put the handles on. Then we got some thumb screws M4, thumb screws M5. This is going to be the M4s are going to go on the side. I can look at it and tell that. That's going to be if you want this piece here on here. This is really good if you're, could be good if you're cutting something. You don't have to use this. You can pull it up. I'll show y'all how this works in a minute. And if you have a table saw, this is definitely a good tool to have. There's all kind of variations of them. This is designed where if you want to put it against a piece of wood, you can hold it in with it. You've also got this piece here that moves, and that's going to be where your M5s go. This is the name of the company. It's a push block. I don't know, I think it was around $30, something like that. Not super expensive. But I'm going to show y'all, in case you don't know, what makes a big difference with this thing. All right, let me get set up here. All right, so let's say that you were needing to take off right here. You probably got about 3/4, 5/8 to 3/4. You needed to take that off of a board. Now, if you're gonna try to shoot that board through there, that's going to be a very small area. Now, what you could do is move the fence over and adjust it and just take 3/4 off the end. But let's say you're having to rip a lot of stuff that's 1 inch. You don't want to keep having to move that fence, right? So this deal right here, that right there is thin enough. You can set it over the piece of material and go through it. See that? All right, so let's just say, and now you can run a piece through. This little piece on the side of the block right here is designed to hold the material against the fence. So let's say you want something to hold it against the fence. Now the problem you're gonna have with this, trying to cut something so small like that, there's nothing holding this piece, okay? So I'm not gonna use that in this application. There could be some applications where you used it, but it's not something I'd use in this one. All right, so what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to send this piece of material through here, take about 5/8 of an inch off, and I don't want my fingers around this blade because that blade don't play. I also don't want this to kick back out. Kickback is a real big thing on the table saw. So let me just show you what we're gonna do. See, there we go, right there. There we go, right there. Now, if you didn't have this on it, you could use a push block to push it through, but again, that's getting really thin. The other thing is, if you don't have that on it, see how that steel, any little bit of tweaking in this thing right here, it will shoot out. We had a guy at the boat plant that I worked at cutting plastic on one of these. And, you know, it was probably 6 or 8 foot, and it kicked back and shot right through the meat on his side right here. I mean, just went through it. The kickback on a table saw is very dangerous. Having your fingers anywhere around that blade is very dangerous. Hey, if this thing right here gets hit, oh well, right? So there's a lot of things, you know, you can use this for. As a tool. I'm not as good about using that stuff as I should be, and I certainly got some friends of mine that have been building cabinets so long that they put their fingers in some, in my opinion, in some very dangerous spots. But, you know, the thing is, familiarity, I always have trouble saying that word, breeds contentment, right? You get familiar, you're doing the same thing over and over and over. Next thing you know, that thing's got your fingers. Now, if this was something, and I shouldn't even be touching that, but if this was something that I was doing, you know, probably for a living, I would probably, if I could borrow the money to do it, like now this was my livelihood. Now, still, you got to be smart, right? So I'm not saying don't do this, but Saw Stop makes a table saw that you can't cut your finger on. It might nick it, but it locks that blade, and I think, you know, every time you set one of those off, we had them in the boat plant because we had so many people, you know, we had a handful of people lose their fingers. I know several of the cabinet shops around here have them. It costs about $100, I think, for one of those fuses once you blow the fuse in it. But $100, even $1,000, a lot better than losing a finger. So, anyway, push block. My wife needs to watch this video because she's always telling me to be safe. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Push block, definitely safe. Definitely safe. Now, I'm not going to act like I couldn't get my fingers cut off on that saw because I've seen too many people get kind of cocky and arrogant and, you know, think the saw wouldn't get them, and then one day it gets them. You know, I mean, it's just so easy. So easy. It can happen so quick. So anyway, I got to get online and check because I thought they showed up, both of these was delivered, and I got a different one that I'm supposed to be getting. So anyway, I was sharing that with y'all real quick, just some tools that come in. Figured I'd let y'all see it. Hey, appreciate you watching. Remember, be safe. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from him.